7-yard line. That's a great call. Blank fake. Plummer will put it up. Throws over the middle. Poole, touchdown. Red flag.
3rd down and 5. Levitt swings it to Scadaboo. Scadaboo breaks defenders. Here he goes again. Another
Scadaboo is the running back, and he is immediately met in the backfield, runs through the contact, and then throws a shoulder for good measure.
on this team this year. That is true. High in the air. Right center field. Brandon comes in. Welcome to 2025. Today. Just run the other way. It's still going back. That's the drag. Walks up and down.
Edwards pulls off and buries it.
Richardson drives out for Robbie Ryan. Her 3 right on the money.
Takes his shot for Derby. Flag out. Doesn't matter. Touchdown.
Attendance 4,678. Let's like to thank our cutouts tonight's game presented by Rudy's Barbecue and for being a part of Seminole Baseball. We'll see you back here Friday at 6:35 when your Seminole win the series against TCU. Please remember to buckle up and get home safely. And as always, go Devils!
Oh, what is up, my Pitchfork Lunch peeps? Finally here again. Apologies, this is insanely late. I am Michael Caratunudo. Ooh, wait, we have to, yes, get rid of that because somebody's Twitter was hacked, and it is very annoying. It's happened to a lot of you, I know, but it is very annoying. I have a new Twitter handle, but I'm going to work on that. I was working on stuff online, getting ready for the show, and realized, oh my God, look at the time. And yeah, working this whole hack thing, making sure other stuff wasn't messed with and my email wasn't messed with, thank goodness. So that is relief in and of itself. But nonetheless, yes, but I am here rolling on Pitchfork Lunch. I am Michael Caratunudo. It's now at Diablos005 _ on Twitter. But yes, the old the at Diablo00 has been compromised and really annoying, and didn't need it. Not that anybody ever does. And in this day and age, you would figure that it shouldn't happen. I mean, it really shouldn't happen anymore. And not just because it happened to one of my good friends, happened to the Queen of Hoops just a few weeks ago. And yeah, I mean, I hear it all the time, and it's annoying. And, you do all this stuff, and what's the point of protecting all this stuff if it's just going to get hacked? Nonetheless, but I am Michael Caratunudo at Diablos005 _ on X, artist formerly known as the Twitter. But anyway, and also you can check out the show live on the IG, which is still fine, at michael.caratunudo.5. I know I may have reminded you about this once or twice. But yeah, set a dot between the first and last name and then a .5, and then bam, you're good to go. So that in and of itself, my friends, is stellar. Yes, that in and of itself is stellar. Yes, you can check out the show there. And the YouTube, you guys know, go to the wonderful YouTube channel as if, again, you have missed, if you're just joining us, again, Forks Up, stoked you're here. But my friends, it's a little crazy because you've missed a plethora of phenomenal commentaries, whether it be coaches, players, voices, insiders, alum, you name it, it is there. And like I say, I'm stoked you're here, Forks Up, but inevitably, you know what I'm going to say, shame on you, where have you been? Because, again, all of that you missed. But you go to YouTube, you watch live, but you subscribe, because then you can go back and watch all that you've missed, which would include, as we're in season 3, season 1 and 2. So you binge watch season 1, keep watching season 3, binge watch season 2, yes, keep watching season 3. And then you'll be all caught up as we start season 4, which, again, I'm not rushing to. We got a lot to yeah, so you can get all caught up, watch everything. And again, you've missed everything from coaches, players, voices, insiders, alum, phenomenal alum. Um, it is all there. And recently just obviously had Coach Bartlett on from softball. They got the 10-1 win yesterday. But as you saw from that, again, all that we talked to is there, I will say, on YouTube. So again, go to YouTube. You see my name, Michael Caratino. It's at M as in Michael, V as in Victory, C as in Champ 005. Pardon me, at MVC 005 on YouTube, and subscribe. Like I said, to get all caught up, all that good stuff. Yeah, it's absolutely imperative that you do that, because we go, like I said, all in, around, and through Sun Devil Nation, and covering athletics. And again, it showed some B-roll of swim getting ready for the NCAAs as they came off back-to-back Big 12 titles for the women and men. 2 in a row for the women, 4 in a row now for the men, the last 2 of the Pac-12 and the first 2 of their years in the Big 12. So, man, Coach Bain just absolutely crushing it, got it rolling. We'll be out of swim again. I'll be out there tomorrow. So, yeah, and possibly with guests. So don't um um so yes, we'll be out there. They're getting ready for that. But my point is, again, wrap that up, tie it up all together one last time. Go to YouTube. You see my name, Michael Caratino, but subscribe to the channel. It's at Evans and Michael, V as in Victory, C as in Champ 005, at MVC 005 on YouTube. And subscribe, because again, like I said, you have definitely missed out. Um, you have, yes, most definitely missed out. So yes, don't no need to be bashful, but Um, but yes, do subscribe. But yes, let's jump into it, as again, starting a little late, but hey, we're gonna get to it. It is pitchfork lunch. If it was, uh, it's with, time change. Anyway, anywho, terrible. I know, absolutely terrible. You think I went to that school down south, but again, this whole thing, again, my ex artist formerly known as Twitter got hacked. The at Diablo00. So for those watching, those seeing this, please block my old account, because I'm not going to be able to get it back. As they have said, I tried, but yeah, I have tried, but they're saying that they can't recover it. So I don't, yeah. If they can't, they can't. And again, I know it happens to people. They get hacked. And no, I'm not just some celebrity saying it because I said or did something or put something up there that was like, not me, got hacked. But there is a post up there. So yeah, if you see that at Diablo00, again, please do not. It is not me that is sending that. So but I did. Now I have to try and see if I can. Well, I did start another account. It's at Diablos005 _. So yes, still kept the Diablos because I was not about to lose that. But yes, so anyway, moving on. Absolutely awesome, guys, because guess what? Baseball got the first Territorial Cup victory from that school down south yesterday. It was 10-4. Yes, they put up 10 runs again. Just putting up a lot of runs. Oh, guess who went yard again? Landon Harrison. Yeah. Landon is absolutely crushing it. He was 2 for 3 yesterday he drove into, scored 3, also had a walk. Yeah, I mean, he's just sticking to his plan, like you said, and we're going to actually hear from Landon. And who else did we hear from? We heard from Landon Harrison post game. Oh, Taylor Penn and Sean Fitzpatrick. So we'll hear from them. Pardon me. After getting that, again, 10-1 Territorial Cup win, Fitzpatrick in relief. Just coach extended them. You'll hear about it, but man, looking absolutely money. Well, also from Coach Bloomquist on getting that win, beating that team down south. Who, yes, like I said, we'll hear from Coach. He talks about it. They're a talented team. So, but they won 10-4, and 10 was the number for bat and ball sports last night because softball 10-1. Kenzie Brown started the game on a pitch count. And she went 2 innings and faced 6 batters and struck out 6 batters. Forks up. And like Coach said, she was banged up for a little. She, got sick, then bumps and bruises, trying to hold her out. It was tough against Utah. But she, goes out there against UTEP, throws 2 innings, 6 batters, 6 Ks. That is one hell of a of a hugely accurate and phenomenal performance. I mean, that is, you want to talk about accuracy. 6 batters faced, 6 Ks. And on a pitch count, I know you probably hate to do that. It is early in the season, though. And again, she's just feeling better, getting right. Want to make sure the ace is right. But 6 batters, 6 Ks. Forks up, Kenzie Brown. Yes, forks up. You absolutely rocked it. She had I think 2 of them were looking. We'll look at that in a minute. But nonetheless, I am telling you that. So 10-1 is the score there. And no, not because they lost and not because it was bad, but yes, men's hoops played Iowa State. I was keeping up with that this morning too, as I was dealing with a wonderful, wonderful pain of having my Twitter account hacked. Can't get back into it. So very annoying. So many great people connected with sports-wise and in general, but like sports wise and everything. So I will be. I'm reaching back out to them. I'm getting going, but getting back going again. But yes, that is annoying in and of itself. But yeah, keeping up with the men's hoops games, man, 91-42. That is, I looked. I mean, they were saying, Elio said it's the worst loss in Big 12 tournament history. After yes, they come off the solid win against Baylor, and Coach Hurley's contract now is up in June, as it's been well documented. I mentioned, didn't get into it. Every game after he should be gone, should he stay? This and that. Look, I understand it's a tough one. That's a tough last loss. And I also understand that if you're Graham Rossini, with men's basketball, finally get the I shouldn't say finally, but I mean, obviously renovations are going to happen in Desert Financial Arena, which need to be done. So look, I can weigh both sides and see why you might bring him back for 3 more years, 2 more years. I'd say 2 more years. Or 3, because I can see that side and I can see the gone side too. Believe me, I can see both. I love Coach Hurley, and yes, for you homers that are going to sit there and say that it's just because you guys are Jersey guys, Jersey guys stick together. That's what I'm talking about. No, but look, I can see both sides. I can see definitely, yes, you're in the Big 12. It is the best basketball conference in the country. People say, the SEC last year, like best ever. No, the Big 12, even before the whole realignment, the Big 12 in hoops, the Big 12 and the ACC bounced, would go back and forth. And, you could see it, but like overall every year people said, the ACC, okay. But what the Big 12 has done basketball wise, I mean, it's just top to bottom, it's just insane. And like I said, even before conference realignment, it's just a gauntlet. And I mean, so yeah, I mean, you can't just be around 500 and expect it to be, we're going to keep going here. And there were fans that wanted Coach Hurley gone after last season. I did not. And again, I'm not saying it's wrong, right, wrong, or indifferent. Either way, it's the conversation, right? It is the conversation. They finished one game above 500 overall, 91-42. Yes, they did play yesterday. No, Iowa State didn't, but man, that's tough. That is tough, and we'll get into the numbers in a little bit. But look, hit me up in the comments, or I would say hit me. Oh, you can hit me up on the IG at Michael.Caratanito.5. Don't forget that. But I mean, again, outside of saying, okay, I want Coach Hurley gone, this and that. Yes, who's walking through the door? Yes, if he's supposed to be gone, who's walking through the door? But why do you think that? Why do you want Coach Hurley gone? Or if you're in the ilk of let him stay. I love these guys, how these guys fought for him this year. There is talent. Samba Jacques coming back, and yeah, I mean, look, can guys hit the transfer portal? Absolutely. I mean, there's 3 seniors, so Mo Odom, Pig Johnson, and Alan Mukeba. They're definitely not going to be here, and they were big parts. So that, but Anoa Musin, Santi Truitt, I'm a Samba Jacques, guys you see coming back, it's there. So look, yes, you can't be held hostage if you were to move on. And look, there are very young, good, not just young, but there are very, very good coaches that would be available. So again, it just depends on how how these again, coach would feel about the job, but Graham Rossini, Bobby Hurley, is it, and maybe it's a time for Bobby Hurley to be somewhere else. I don't know. When you see, John Calipari at Arkansas after, his long stint at Kentucky, and, obviously he was at, very long stint at Kentucky. I mean, you see somebody like Bill Self, long stint. Mark Few at Gonzaga, who's, again, but you've built, again, consistent winners, and you're going this way and staying there, and, if you do have a tough season, that means, maybe you're a 12 or, 11, 10, 11, 12 seed in the tournament. But that, in and of itself, to the side. So we're going to step aside, though. When we get back, again, we're going to get through it all, but we're going to hear from Sean Fitzpatrick, Taylor Penn, and Landon Hairston, who, again, is just absolutely on fire. Dean Toigo hit a shot last night, too. Absolutely money. So, yeah, but we'll step aside. We'll have that sound here on Pitchfork Lunch on the other side. Alrighty, as we're back here on Pitchfork Lunch, yes, I am Michael Carritunudo. No longer at Diablos00, at Diablos005 _ on the X, the artist formerly known as the Twitter. Also, my IG, Michael.Carrituno.5, and the YouTube. Go to YouTube, watch live, but do subscribe, my friends. It's at M as in Michael, V as in Victory, C as in Champ 005, at MVC005 on YouTube, and subscribe away. Yeah, so I told you before the break we're going to hear from Sean Fitzpatrick, Taylor Penn, who ended up getting the win. Colin Linder got the start, looked pretty good, got to say. Taylor Penn came in, went 3 innings. Jaden Alba didn't have his best stuff, and then Sean Fitzpatrick came in for another 3 innings, and you'll hear why. He was asked about it, but Coach Bloomquist talks about it too. And right after we hear from Harrison, or from Fitzpatrick, Penn, and Harrison, we will hear from Coach Bloomquist. So, again, baseball, 10-4 win over the Cats, Forks up. But, yes, here they are, post-game after last night's Territorial Cup victory.
Someone want to start?
Just getting the first win of the season against U of A, playing them 5 times this year, what does that mean to you guys, and then setting up for success for the other 4 matchups?
Yeah, I think anytime we go out, we're going to, we want to win. This one means a little bit more, obviously, because of the rivalry. But yeah, anytime we take the field, we're hunting to win.
Someone want to start?
Just getting the first win of the season against U of A, playing them 5 times this year, what does that mean to you guys, and then setting up for success for the other 4 matchups?
Yeah, I think anytime we go out, we're going to, we want to win. This one means a little bit more, obviously, because of the rivalry. But yeah, anytime we take the field, we're hunting to win. And today we played really well, and I'm super proud of the team.
Yeah, Sean, you went 3 innings tonight out the bullpen. Was that something that you expected to do?
I mean, probably not expected 3 innings, but finally we faced someone that had more than like 2 or 3 lefties in the lineup, so it was nice to see 5 or so. So I knew I had a chance to kind of get extended just from their amount of lefties. But yeah, I probably didn't expect to go 3 innings.
You've just had an amazing start to the season, compared to the past few years where there have been some struggles. What's led to this success?
Number 1, probably my relationship with God, and second, I'd have to say just focusing on executing pitches and, to let the results be the results.
And Landon, 2 more hits, just, hitting 424 now. How's it feel, just your hot start to the year?
Feels good. Just staying confident with my approach, knowing that I got a shot no matter who's up there. So staying confident with my approach and not trying to do too much.
When you hit your home run, you flip the bat, looked like you were saying something to the bench, just hyping the guys up. What were you saying?
Yeah, I mean, just getting them hyped up. It's a big game for everyone that's an Arizona State fan. So getting the crowd hyped, getting the bench hyped. Yeah.
I believe that puts you at 6 home runs, tying what you did last year. You're tied for the team lead this year. What's led to the power surge?
I think just being more comfortable in the box. Last year was a big jump. I think I've said it before, but being a freshman last year, you kind of just scrap your way into the lineup and take your hits and kind of be a little scrappy guy. But being confident now and knowing that I don't have to really cheat to anything, yeah, it's been huge, being comfortable in the box.
Don't have to use Jacob Tobias's bat anymore?
No, that one's a little broken now, but yeah.
And then Taylor, great outing from you again. 3 innings, got the win. How do you sum up your performance tonight?
Just went out there with confidence, knowing my guys had my back. Got a good staff. Jeremy calling pitches, just competing, just like it's another game. Can't make it too big.
We heard you guys when you got into the clubhouse, just a bunch of yelling, you guys so excited. What was it like when you guys got in there after a big win like this?
It was awesome. I mean, anytime you win, it's fun. And so this game obviously means a little bit more to us and to everyone than any other game. But yeah, it was fun. The environment's good. I mean, this clubhouse is a great group of guys. So just celebrating with them and having fun.
pretty solid environment tonight. Do you guys kind of notice that and feed off of that when you're out there?
For sure. Anytime we pack the house, especially against those guys, it's a different feeling. I mean, it's way different than a midweek against a non-conference opponent. So yeah, it's huge when fans show up and show their support. It makes a big difference.
Landon, on the home run that you hit, what did you see on that pitch? What were you hunting?
I just saw a changeup up. He kind of left it down the middle, and yeah, my eyes kind of lit up and didn't miss it.
And you know, hitting is contagious, offense is contagious. Scoring 10 runs, 10 hits on the night, 8 of the 9 starters got on base. Just what's, I guess, sparking this kind of conga line of hits?
I mean, these guys are good. They all rake. I don't think there's any weakness in this lineup. I think anybody can get hot at any time, and even if guys are struggling, we got guys that pick each other up, and it's the makeup of this group. We got guys that are close knit. We die for each other, really. We're all new guys, but yeah, we've meshed really well together.
On that same note, like with New going down, Beckett and Austin both having big games, 2 hits each, you know, just what does that mean for the unit?
Huge. I mean, losing New is never a good thing. He struggled with injuries in the past, but yeah, I mean, you never want to see one of your superstars go down. So not having them in the lineup sucks, but we know we got guys that can fill a spot, not necessarily fill his shoes. We got different type of players, but guys that step up when they need to.
Landon, picking up off the scoring, this is now the 13th time you guys have scored 5 runs in an inning this season. What is it that changes in those moments to get those bursts of runs?
I think one guy just starts it, and that comes to mind in that game with Smaldino, getting McKinney out of there. He was kind of feeling himself, and Smaldino kind of tomahawked that one. That was a bit over his head, but yeah, he kind of started the rally and then got him out, and then from there we just started rolling. I think it only takes usually 1 or 2 hits to get the offense rolling and get back on track.
Anyone else? Thanks, guys.
Will, you talked on Sunday about how these rivalry games do just mean more. What does it mean to get the win?
It's more than just a win, even though it counts as just one in the win column. It's nice to jump out and get the first one against those guys. You know, they're a solid team, you know, and for us to come away with the win, obviously we played pretty well on most facets of the game tonight, and it's a big step for us to get that win tonight.
Coach, a win like this, how does that set the tone for the rest of the season against these guys?
Well, obviously we know they've started off slow, but they're a much better team than their record indicates. In my opinion, they have some young guys that are getting their feet wet and really going to be, you know, talented young players that are starting to find their rhythm and timing, and you can just see they're much more complete than when they were early on. They're dropping some games. They're going to be tough moving forward, as obviously as we expect. So, but nice to get that first one against them, and we know that we're going to be into a dogfight every time we play against them.
Something that you also mentioned over the weekend or on Sunday when New went down was that the team was going to need to see other guys step up, like Beckett, like Austin Roll. Like both of them had 2 hits tonight. What did you see out of them, and what do you expect to see out of them as the season progresses?
Well, I think great at bats by both of them. Played stellar defense. Austin made a extremely big play there to his forehand side. I think that was the 7th inning to finish that inning off. And then had great at bats there in the first. We had bases loaded, nobody out, and we had a big punch out there, and Austin came up and at least got us on the board with the bullet to center. It was a sac fly, but great at bat there to at least get us on the board, and then a huge hit there in the 8th, you know, to put us up 6. It's a lot different going to that 9th inning up 6 than up just a grand slam. So for him to come up there in that big situation, it was big for him, and big for us. So good at bats by both those guys. Beckett had some good at bats tonight as well, a couple hits. So we're going to need those guys to be productive. Obviously, it's just great to have them productive anyway, but with the absence of New, we're gonna need those guys to step up.
Landon was another guy who had 2 hits, including that home run. How impressed are you with his growth this year? Just every aspect of his game seems to have improved a lot.
Yeah, he's, a play that goes kind of unnoticed is that there was a ball down that left field line that he got a great jump on in left field. Off the bat, I thought it was trouble and probably going to be extra bases down the line, and I look up and he's ahead of it and made it look pretty routine, really. But it's not an easy play. So he's stepped up defensively, base running wise, stole a bag tonight. Obviously, his offense speaks for itself. The way he's swinging the bat, but the fact that he's becoming more of a complete player and in different facets of the game is what's impressive. Hitting leadoff spot, being able to just give him a straight steal and have him execute it, and those type of things are big. He's starting to understand the base running side of stuff and picking up keys and making things happen there at the top of the lineup. So it's been all around just been awesome for him.
Something that Sean Fitzpatrick said here was that he didn't expect to go 3 innings really necessarily, but was that just a case where he was rolling and you didn't want to take him out?
Well, I mean, he picked up, Jaden pretty big there. The anticipation was for Linder to go 2 to 3, Taylor Penn to go 2 to 3, and hopefully get us, past the 5th, maybe to the 6th. Have Jaden get us maybe the 7th, or probably around the 7th, and Fitzy or some sort of combination of Fitzy, Butler, Finn Edwards, the 8th, and then Chafe in the 9th is kind of how we had it mapped out. Obviously Jaden didn't have his best stuff tonight, so the way Fitzy was throwing the ball, I mean, hey, it's tough to take him out right there, especially with their lineup stacked with so many left-handed hitters. He was being very effective, and I wanted to win this one. This was a big one that it's tough to take a kid out that's cruising the way he was, and his pitch count was pretty reasonable given 3 innings and 37 pitches. It's not bad. So the fact is he had more ups than where he's used to having, meaning finish the inning and have to go back out. But we were checking on him, make sure he felt good, and his pitch count was low, so we kept running him out there, and he was still effective there at the end and still pumping strikes and throwing hard. So again, tough to take a guy out when he's cruising the way he was.
And like this for Sean, does that give you the comfort to give him the ball in any situation coming out of the pen?
Fitzy, yeah, I'm confident throwing him in any situation. With our limited amount of left-handers that we have, we have to kind of use him strategically. But we're going to need guys like Easton Barrett to step up a little bit more out of the pen, and Brady Lauk. I mean, that's the only lefties we have right now. So we're going to need those 2 guys to step up, and it can't just be Fitzy every day. Even though he's a kid that bounces back pretty quick and likes to throw a lot, but yeah, it gives me confidence I can use Fitzy in any situation. I've known that for a couple of years. I'm confident throwing him in any situation.
You guys sold 3 bags tonight. Was it a priority to be aggressive on the base paths?
It's always a priority to be aggressive, but smart. I mean, the one I'll take full blame for it. I gave Garrett Michelle a steal. People call me crazy, right? But 10 or 11 pitches in a row, they had no intention of even looking at Garrett, and then the one pitch I give him first move, go, they pick over. So that one's on me. I'll wear it. They outsmarted me on that one, but that doesn't change the fact that we're going to look for opportunities to steal bases and keep the game in motion and put ourselves in scoring position when we have the opportunities.
Crowd came out in droves tonight. What do you make of their impact on the game?
Awesome. And I'll speak directly to the fans. Thank you for coming out. This is what makes this atmosphere awesome and fun for these kids to play in on a Tuesday night. I mean, this is a midweek game, and we had the biggest crowd of the year. It's so much of a different atmosphere when the fans show up like that, and we are very appreciative. I'm very appreciative as the head coach. I know the players were all excited and jacked up when before first pitch, everyone was just kind of a little bit more intensity, walking around going, this is what it's supposed to be about here. So thank you to the fans. I appreciate it, and we need you. We need you to keep coming out. We got a big conference opener against TCU this weekend. So I anticipate more big crowds this weekend.
For Toigo, that was his third game in a row with a home run. He hit 3 home runs really early in the season. A little bit of a stretch where he didn't, and now the power is back. When you have a guy who you know has power like that, and he's just not hitting home runs for a stretch, what do you say to him? Do you say anything to him, or do you just let it kind of play its course?
Oh, Dino's a guy that's been around a long time and is one of the older guys, not only in the locker room, but he's had his journey in college baseball and seen a lot of things, and he knows his swing as well as anybody in there. And sometimes it takes just a little minor tweak of things. Usually don't talk mechanics, and Jason, probably speak the same way. I'm more of the mentality guy and looking for approach. And there's a couple little minor mechanical things that we adjusted with him, and I say very minor, that just has felt much better the past week or so. Hopefully that continues. Obviously, these guys are, you're always needing to sharpen the blade and fine tune things all the time. So one day they might feel great, next day they're off, and it's our job to figure out why and get them back into rhythm and timing. So he's done a really good job the past few games.
Else?
Well, you heard it right there. I mean, like you said, obviously, I mentioned the Fitzpatrick going 3 innings. He said he has no problem doing that. And as a lefty, I mean, this kid, throwing some smoke and 37 pitches, 3 innings of work, 12 pitches an inning. That's you'll take that. Yeah, I mean, he had 1 hit, he had 4 Ks, no walks. So obviously, no runs, no earned runs. But yeah, I mean, 37 pitches and 26 of those were strikes. So, yeah, you talk about efficient and just crushing it. You're saying about Kenzie Brown earlier, who pitched the first 2 innings of the game against UTEP, which the Devils won 10-1. And 6 batters, 6 strikeouts. So, yeah. And she'll be on the mound Friday night against Oklahoma State, as Coach Bartlett I mentioned. So, again, nice to get back in the win column, get that, and obviously the Devils coming off the weekend they had against LMU as they put up 50 runs and outscored LMU 50 for the Devils, 9 for LMU. So 50-9, you'll take that and then put up another 10. So that's 60 runs in the last 4 games. So, yeah, you're averaging 15 runs a game. Yes, it is college baseball. Yes, it is aluminum bats. Yes, I understand that. But I'm just saying it usually bodes pretty well for you. So 12-4 in conference play. It's rocking, like Coach said, at Phoenix Muni. At Phoenix Muni. And they will take on Grand Canyon then even on Tuesday at Phoenix Muni. So another midweeker against another in-state foe before they hit the road to K-State. Before they hit the road to K-State, which will be their first Big 12 road opener, the 20th through the 22nd. So just a little heads up there. But, yeah, TCU, number 17 in the country for a reason, as, yes, they are good. But we see how good the Devils are. So very, very stoked for what's coming up there. And then but we'll see. Again, like I said, going through Big 12 play because it is going to be just an absolute beast. And like I said, the Devils beat UTEP 10-1 in softball yesterday as well. By the way, women's lacrosse, Akron today, like I told you, at 10 a.m. So they were wrapping up, but they won 14-8. Very, very solid. Big forks up makes them 5-2 now. So Again, nice little 3-game win streak, and Niagara will be here Saturday. But softball-wise, like I was telling you, this is insane. 10-1 to beat UTEP on the road. Neither team scored in the first. Devils scored 3 in the second, 2 in the third. Obviously in the top of each inning because they're on the road, as you know, pitchfork lunchers. 3 in the second, 2 in the third. UTEP scored 1 in the third. So after 3, it was 5-1 Devils. Nobody scored in the fourth. The Devils scored 1 in the fifth to make it 6-1. Nobody scored in the sixth. Devils put on 4 more insurance runs in the top of the seventh to make it 10-1. But yeah, like I was telling you, the first 6 batters that Kenzie Brown faced, Brantley Lavis, Marissa Burchard, oh boy. Oh. What? So yeah, Brantley Lavis, Marissa Burchard, Kenna Carranza, all strike out. Well, Lavis and Carranza struck out swinging, and Burchard struck out looking. Then in the second inning, for Ms. Brown, Ileana Munoz struck out swinging. Cameron Guthrie struck out swinging. And then Hallie Hogan, well, she just got frozen. She struck out looking. So, you look at Kenzie Brown, 2 innings pitched, no hits, no runs, 6 Ks, no walks, 33 pitches in 2 innings. Again, considering she threw 51 against Utah. And again, just trying to find her start getting the groove, pardon me, and against a good hitting team like Utah, even though they used a lame time rule and all that moving around. Again, I'm never shifting anything for Utah softball again. The game will be at 1. You can figure out your flight. Or if we do move it to 12, we're not playing timed out. You can book your flight for 7 o'clock because from Phoenix to Salt Lake, there's a 7 o'clock flight. You'll have more than enough time. So, yeah, that's ridiculous. But Kenzie Brown, I digress. So she faced 6 batters. She struck out all 6 batters. Like I said, 33 total pitches, 22 strikes. Aisa Silva, she came in, pitched 1 inning, 2 hits, 1 run, and was earned. No strikeouts, but no walks. And then Mika Lupi, who gets the win, goes the last 4. She gave 4 hits, but no runs, no earned runs, and then 4 Ks to no walks. So but none of them walked a batter. So 10 Ks to no walks yesterday. Silva pitched threw 9 pitches, 6 strikes. For Mika Lupi, she threw 54 pitches, 40 for strikes. So, again, just zoning in. And after, again, tough, struggling performances against Utah, well, guess what? They straightened it out. But Kaylee Pond at the top of the lineup, 2 for 4 yesterday with she had an RBI. She was 2 for 4 in RBI. She had 1 double. She also walked once. Emily Shep was 1 for 5 with a double. Ashley Mejia 0 for 3 with a walk. Katie Chester was 1 for 2 with a run scored. Sydney Signs hit a home run. That was her first homer of the season for Signs. So, yeah, she was 1 for 1 RBI, run scored. Yeah, all that good stuff because it was a solo shot. Sam Swan was 1 for 3. She also hit a home run. So she drove in 2, scored 2. And then Tiari Ho-Chin was 0 for 2 with 2 walks, though. Again, no surprise to see those walk rates go up on Tiare. Yazzie Avila was 3 for 3 yesterday. She also had a home run. She drove into, scored 1, but yeah, 3 for 3 with 2 RBIs and the home run. Brooklyn Ulrich was 1 for 3. Millie Roberts was 0 for 1. And then Yaya Acuna was 2 for 3 yesterday with 2 runs scored. So, yeah, efficient day for the very solid, efficient day for the team. And it'll be interesting to see if she's working at it and you can't rush it back. The whole abdomen mentioned it, Tanya Wendell. If she gets back in the lineup for the Devils. So we'll see that, possibly see that this weekend against Oklahoma State. Yeah, number 21, number 15. So baseball, softball playing again, ranked foes in the Big 12. Weird. That's not surprising, especially when it comes to, again, most of the cities and the weather that you're getting. But, yeah, Oklahoma State, Friday, 6 o'clock, Saturday, 4 o'clock, and then Sunday, the normal 1 p.m. First pitch on Sunday. So that is for softball. For baseball, I forgot to mention times to you with TCU. So, yeah, Friday 6:35, Saturday is 6:35, and then Sunday 1:05 p.m. against TCU, number 17 TCU. So that is that. But yeah, so awesome weekend here in Sun Devil Nation. And like I was saying, 14-8, Forks up. Women's lacrosse crushing it as they are now, what did I say, 5-3 in a row. So they're 5-2, 5-3. Sorry, they're 5-3. They've won 3 in a row. They're 5-2 at home, 0-1 away. Again, 16-14. They fell to USC on February 28th, but that is one game. Again, you'd love to. People say beware what you wish for, but a rematch against SC, I would not be surprised to see. But then they've rattled off 3 in a row. They beat Niagara 17-7, Bucknell 19-12, Akron 14-8, and then Mercer at 11 a.m. on Saturday is when they will be on the field again. Oh, they're at Mercer. Oh, man. Yeah, they're at Mercer, and then they're at Navy. So Saturday the 14th, and then at Navy, like I said, that is awesome. The Navy Marine Corps Memorial Stadium, phenomenal. And then they're away at Stanford March 21st, March 28th. That is their next home game, 10 a.m. against Florida. So, yes, you'll definitely want to come check them out on March 28th, as I know I will be. But, yeah. So, again, absolutely stoked. They are 5-3 and, finding a groove. So, 50 goals in their last 3 games, 3 wins. So, averaging just under 17 goals a game. And even in their last 4 when they fell to USC 16-14. So, that's 64. So that's, yeah, I mean, they're averaging, I mean, a 4-game span, 14 goals a game. So, yeah, they, like I said, it is awesome to watch. And yeah, they've been home for a minute. So if you didn't get to see them on the 28th or Thursday, March 5th or Sunday or today, they'll be back on the 28th. But if you want to take a trip up to Palo Alto, March 21st at Stanford, so that'll be interesting. But yeah, Florida here on the 28th, and then Senior Day is April 11th, because then they go Florida, then they're at Cincinnati, back here for UC Davis on Senior Day, and then they're at Stony Brook to end their season on Tax Day, April 15th. So yeah, but just again for Taryn Van Thoff Pools, the head coach, who is, I want to, it's got to be her. Her 4th season. Yeah, this is her 4th season as head coach. So, yeah, just very, very, done such a, again, phenomenal job. So, yeah, I know. I got to get out there. Yes, I know. And get Coach on. We got to get Coach on the show. So, yeah, like I said, they're. Oh, that is this Saturday. All right, so, well, I'll be home. So, well, we'll try. We'll work it out. Yes, ooh, that could work before. Oh, well, yeah. Well, we'll see. Anywho, yeah. So get on out there, support them as well. And then I will remind you too that water polo, who is again Coach Party, just crushing it, 23-3 overall. With, let's see, they're lost to UCLA 15-8. They did lose to Stanford 16-11, and then just lost to Cal Saturday 11-10 at home. That was a tough one. Or not Saturday, on the 28th. Then they turn around in the Convergence tournament and went 3-0 or 4-0, pardon me, defeating Pomona Pitzer 19-5, Wagner 23-9, Santa Clara 24-5, and UC Irvine 16-9. So now USC Saturday at 1 will be at the Mona Plummer Aquatic Center. I will be there for that as well. So yes, be out there Saturday morning, looking or Saturday afternoon. Looking very forward to that. So, and then you got a rematch at UCLA and then at Indiana. So yeah, it's again coming down to the end, and then they have the MPSF championships, which are not here unfortunately, but or at Mona Plummer, which would be a great host of it. But yeah, so that is what they have left: Southern Cal, UCLA, and Indiana. Let's go. I know Coach Party will get it. So oh yeah, we got time to get out there, get some interviews too. So we'll talk to her this Saturday about that. But getting Coach on the show and getting these, again, phenomenal players. So anywho, have a phenomenal rest of your micro days at Wednesday or hump day. Woo woo. Yep, that's from Mama. I know I didn't do the beginning. This whole mess with Twitter has got me seeing a bit flustered and off. But again, it is Pitchfork Lunch. Onward, upward, onward we go. But yes, have a phenomenal rest of your Wednesday. And yes, thanks to reigning back-to-back Big 12 champs women's volleyball. It is #our state, Do not forget that. Team down south, as you learned again in baseball, first of 5 matchups last night, it is #OurState. Have a great rest of your Wednesday. I will see you tomorrow on Thursday, and hopefully I'll have more information about the whole Twitter thing and getting that, or X, the artist formerly known as the Twitter, have more information about the X, and you can yeah, we can move forward and go from there. But have a phenomenal rest of your Wednesday. Again, it is #OurState. I will see you tomorrow. Same bat time, same bat channel. You guys know it. Go Devils. And as always, forks up.
I went to Arizona State. Right. I'm a Sun Devil, man.
The 27-yard line. That's a great call, too. Play fake. Farmer will put it up. Throws over the middle. Pull. Touchdown. Red flag.
3rd down and 5. Levitt swings it to Scatterbo. Scatterbo breaks defenders. Here he goes again.
Scatterbo is the running back, and he is immediately met in the backfield, runs through the contact, and then throws a shoulder for good measure.
Chuck this defense here. That is drilled high in the air, right center field. Brandon Compton, welcome to 2025.
Today, this one the other way. Still going back. That's the drag. Walks up and down. Edwards pulls off and buries it. Richardson drives out for Robbie Ryan. Hurt 3 right on the money.